You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff.
Good morning.
94.9 HOM.
The morning show is the best.
First thing in the morning.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, May 1st.
It's gonna be May.
Hey, welcome to it. It is kind of rainy, kind of not the best way to start May, but things will get better in like a week.
May showers bring April showers.
It's gonna be May.
April showers bring May showers. What the hell's the matter with me today? I'm going backwards on everything. Happy May 1st. May.
It's gonna be May.
Okay. I see Jeff found a new toy. Awesome. Can't wait to be sick of that.
That's the idea.
So May is like it all start. Are you going to do that again?
No, I'm going to make sure some things don't happen here. You go about your business. You do your little talky talk. I'm going to stop.
So May 1st is May Day. I don't really get it. I don't know what May Day means, but there's like maypoles and maple syrup. I don't know. But
maple syrup?
I don't. Hey, if you can go, it's gotta be May, then I can say maple syrup. But then there's May 3rd, which is Friday, which is the grand opening of Just in Time Rec. They've got a Seize the Deal later on this morning, too. And that's a big deal. We're going to be up in Lewiston for our show on Friday. Then it's May 4th, which you love.
No, I don't.
May the 4th be with you.
Nope.
Then it's May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that either.
What do you mean you're not a fan of that either?
What am I going to do on Cinco de Mayo?
Well, what are you doing Cinco de Mayo? Why is this always about you? This isn't about you. I'm saying it's a big deal.
Because you made May 4th about me, so I just keep going. I wasn't a fan
I
of that one
didn't make
either.
it about you. I just said you hate it. You hate
No,
everything
you
about it. I said it's a big
You
deal.
didn't say that. You said it's a big deal to me.
Yeah, I'm teasing you because you hate it so much.
Well,
you
people,
hate May 4th.
we have a lot of listeners that might not know that. That's why I said no. I don't like it at
I
all.
see. Okay. Why'd you say that? What am I supposed to do on May 5th? Cinco de Mayo. Everybody enjoy it, except for Jeff.
Yeah.
And then it's Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all bets are off. They turn the rock over, and
What?
Betsy from Connecticut comes and stays until September. It's tourist season.
Oh,
Betsy from Connecticut comes.
what did the rock have to do with anything?
You overturn a rock
And
let them all out. Have you never heard of that?
I have never heard that saying.
All right, I know it's early, and I know our phone number doesn't work, but
So what is it?
207-773-1450. You turn over a rock and release
The ants.
Yes, that's
I
exactly it.
Well,
And it's a saying.
never heard that in my life.
207-773-1450. That's our number until our 800 number is fixed. 207-773-1450. Just have that handy anyway. Yes.
For what?
To call to say that they've heard of turning.
Okay.
I'm going to look at the phone. So they ring.
Yeah, they're not ringing.
It's early. You're testing me early, Parsons.
You just made
it's
no sense.
Mayday!
Everything you've said to me this morning has made no sense.
And it makes perfect sense. It's like you. Yeah, I have to work with the one guy who's like, oh, Mayday, who cares? Except I get to play this annoying little stupid thing.
It's gonna be May.
I thought you were going to love that.
I do love it. Why don't you love what I have?
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM. This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. 5 calls says it all on the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff.
Okay, 5 calls says it all. First of all, our 800 number is still broken, so get this number down. 207-773-1450. About an hour ago, I talked about a package that came to my address, but not my name on it. My dilemma was, do I open it or do I go to the post office and return it like a good doobie?
No thinking about this whatsoever.
After 5 calls, I will tell you not only what my decision is, but what I do believe is in the package.
Oh, really?
Yes. Let's get the 5 calls over with. You got a package delivered to your address, but not your name. 207-773-1450. Do you open it or do you return it?
5 calls. Would you open or return that package?
I'm returning it. I already have enough of my own packages to open.
All right, caffeinated Nikki. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.
5 calls. Would you open or return the package?
You return it. You do not open mail that doesn't have your name on it. That's a federal offense.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what I've been telling her all
Has
morning.
my address.
Thank you. This could be it pretty quickly. This could be the right answer
This could
very
be the
quickly.
shaming 5 calls I've always wanted.
Exactly what it is. You've been threatened with legal action. 5 calls. Would you open or return that package?
I would return it because I wouldn't know if somebody needed whatever was in there.
All right. The returning, it was a clean sweep. It wasn't even, you guys are so morally grounded. I love that. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to return this package. And I am going to return it, and I do believe I know what's in it. I believe it is natural weed-killing solution. I don't want an all-natural weed killer or all-natural repellent or home and garden vinegar. I swear to God, I looked up the company it came from, and I was like, yeah, this lady can have that.
By the way, thank you for having common sense.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the moral compass of our listeners is great. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank you
for
very
calling.
much. The moral compass of your host is not.
Not at all.
All right, 5 calls said it all. I'm going to return it. Get off my back.
This is the HOM Morning Show on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. And now it's time for your daily distraction.
Being brought to you by the Bill Dodge Auto Group, home of the money-saving Bill Dodge Rewards program. When you buy from Bill Dodge, they reward you with perks, points, and benefits, giving discounts and money back to our customers. That's the Bill Dodge difference. Online at BillDodgeAutoGroup.com. Oh, man. So there was the second game in a series between the Dodgers and Diamondbacks in Phoenix. And all of a sudden, the swarm of bees started gathering on the backstop netting. And it was insane and led to a bee delay.
We remain in a bee delay. The beekeeper made his way a grand entrance onto the field here at Chase Field. He was greeted by a standing ovation by the fans here.
I thought I was here to just take care of a bee problem. People are pretty hyped up. It's pretty cool.
He got a standing ovation. He got to throw out the first pitch. How sweet is he's like, okay, can I take the mask off? All right. Man, we are just dying for something good to hang on to. So our favorite new superhero is a guy in New York who went viral over the weekend after he promised to eat an entire tub of cheese balls in the middle of Union Square. And hundreds of people showed up to watch.
Today I will be eating this entire jar of cheese balls. Eat those balls. Eat those balls. Eat those balls.
I just imagine other nations in this world just look at us and go, what the hell is wrong with you?
It reminds me of the guy that ate all the chickens behind the wall and finished eating 40 chickens in 40 days behind the Walmart. And people showed up. Today, May 1st, is also known as the Great American Grump Out. That's right. It's
gonna be May.
It's meant to remind us to lessen our stress levels, smile, and not be grumpy, Jeff.
It's gonna be May.
I hope this landed somewhere in that head of yours.
That's all right.
All right. So you know how kids always think that there's monsters under the beds or in the closet or something? Well, a 3-year-old girl in North Carolina told her mom she heard monsters in her bedroom wall. And she did. But it was not really a monster. 60,000 bees.
Oh, it's bee themed.
It's bee themed today. She heard bzzz, and she's like, Mommy, there's no honey.
Well,
you just go to bed.
It's not a monster, but it is a nightmare. A waking one.
Oh, God almighty. By 2029, which is not that far away, 5 years, all new vehicles in the United States will be mandated to have an automatic emergency braking system.
Yeah, I like that.
The
more that car can drive itself, the better.
Oh, no, I don't know, man.
I love Michelle's. It'll keep it in the lanes for you. It's fantastic.
Oh, Thanks for being a distracted driver where you need to have keep your car in the lane.
It's a safety feature.
It's a safety feature. It's a safety feature because you can't drive a car.
No, I can drive a car just fine, thank you very much, because I obeyed the speed limit.
Oh, that's what makes you being able to drive a car.
Very good, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You should see the backup I have on 302.
How many? By the way, any backup on 302, you just call this show and I'll put you right in touch with Jeff. There's a creepy detail in Shrek that you might not have ever noticed. Lord Farquaad, I hate saying that name.
Yeah.
He killed Mama Bear and turned her into a rug, which you can see later in the movie. Did you know that?
I'm sure they didn't really make much of a deal about that.
Well, they must have if they're pointing it out now. Melissa McCarthy posted in your last distraction, posted a picture where she looks like she lost quite a lot of weight. And Barbara Streisand asked if she took Ozempic, and the internet exploded on Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Barbara. So Barbara apologized. She's like 108 years old, and she's like, what? I'm sorry.
But did you?
Melissa was not offended at all.
She doesn't seem like the kind of person that would be.
That easily offends. And Barbara's
She'd make a joke out of it.
Barbara seems like the kind of person who goes around and offends on accident.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
Just a quick shout out to Courtney, who's turning 33 years old today. Happy birthday, Courtney. Enjoy your lunch at Olive Garden. And now on to bigger and better things. Jeff's girlfriend, Michele. Good morning, Michele.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome back from Slovenia.
Thank you.
Could you just remind everybody why you chose Slovenia? Because every time I say, hey, Michelle's in Slovenia, I get a look.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's the look I get every single time people ask me where I'm going, where I was going. I was initially planning to go solo, so there are a few things that I do when I plan a solo trip. I look for safe countries, safe for female solo travelers. Slovenia came up very high on the list, and I also like my personal preference is a walkable city, someplace that can make a good base in case you want to do, a couple of day tours to other places. Yeah,
suddenly you sound like
you sound like a AAA travel advisor.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you could get a part-time job there.
Now, you were very excited about the hot air balloon that you were going to go up in. How'd that go?
Yes. It went good.
That sounds like it went bad.
No, it actually went very well, but we did get a little surprise landing.
So what country did you land in, and how long were you in jail?
We still landed in Slovenia. They actually do a really good job prior to. It's kind of like they have those laminated sheet that they give you prior to, and there are two different types of landings. There's one that's fairly normal, and then there's one that's
in a tree.
Brace for impact.
As he called it, what did he call it? Semi-hard.
Semi-hard. I'm going to let that one go. Okay? I'm just going to not even comment.
When we
There you go.
When we were reading that, we asked about that landing, and they were like, "Oh no, don't worry."
So what yours obviously was a semi-hard one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
It was actually, it's called a fast layover landing. And they do prepare you, no matter what, when you're landing, you stand in a particular way, you kind of with your back against the basket, your knees are slightly bent, there's handles for you to hold on to.
I'm gonna die!
However, it didn't quite go like the way they showed us. And so we weren't in the position that they initially showed us. I was leaning up against a big tank.
Throwing up.
Where do I hold on to? And
how many people are in this basket? How big is this basket?
It actually was, I think they could fit 4 guests.
That's
plus
it?
The pilot.
I have baskets for leaves that big.
I guess there are a lot bigger ones, but the one we were in, it was just myself, my friend Pam, and the pilot. which was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Michelle, where did you land?
We did land near the airstrip. He has a crew that are on the ground in a truck chasing the balloons to find I have photos of this.
It is a balloon, You have to, you have to think about.
And I think, they have all of this technology to help them, like what's the wind and last minute. The closer we got to ground, there was, obviously some wind.
Yeah.
and so we landed with our feet up in the air, back on the ground. Luckily.
This is so you, Michelle.
This is so great.
So the guy's trying to pull me out. I'm on my back, and my feet are up in the air, and he's trying to pull me out. I'm like, this is not going to work. So I luckily got out first so I could snag some pictures of Pam.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do you have, do they give you helmets? We're going to do that semi-hard thing. Here's your helmet. No,
I do have some bruises. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, my God.
This is fantastic.
You can see the concern. Like, when I saw him strap in, I'm like, wait a minute. Why is he strapping in and we're
It's my balloon.
I don't know if you have time, but they do a tradition. If you have a successful flight, they actually do a ceremony. So they laid out rugs for us to kneel on, and they did this whole speech, and we were like, what are they doing? Next thing you know, we have dirt from the earth being dropped on our heads. And then they were flicking a lighter for fire on our head, and then they dropped they don't call it champagne, but it's sparkling wine. They dropped it on our head, and then we cheers to a glass, and we are now baronesses.
Oh my God, Baroness Michelle.
Hey, Michelle, let's go to Las Vegas next time.
You will always be known.
I wonder if they have hot air balloons.
They do. They just don't have Baroness things. Well, Baroness, I'm glad you're okay, except for the bruises, and I am going to need to see a photo of you with your feet in the air, okay?
I can give you one of Pam.
Okay, perfect.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye, Michelle.
Bye.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. The A-Best Window ticket window is now open. And now it's time for everyone's favorite game, Extreme Trivia, with your hosts, Lori and Jeff.
Thank you, as always, Bob.
Yes, thank you, Bob, for taking time out of your day.
You're busy.
We have a pair of 3-day passes. You can go to all 3 days. You can go to one show. We don't care. But you've got your way into all the days of the Boston Music Festival, Boston Calling Music Festival, coming over Memorial Day weekend, May 24th through the 26th. Friday night, when it all kicks off, Ed Sheeran is your headliner. There are 50-plus acts throughout the entire weekend, including The Killers and Hozier and tons more. I know there's somebody in there you're going to want to see. It's probably going to be Ed. So if you would like to see Ed Sheeran kick off the Boston Calling Music Festival over Memorial Day weekend, you need our number. That is not the 800 number. That doesn't work. 207-773-1450. Okay, got that? Now you got to answer this extreme trivia question. What's the biggest pet peeve about what others do in the bathroom? What do people do in the bathroom that absolutely drives you nuts? It's the number one pet peeve. 207-773-1450 for those Boston Calling passes.
Hi, HOM. What's the biggest pet peeve about what others do in the bathroom?
Putting the toilet paper rolls on wrong.
Oh, my God. You are so ridiculously close, but that's not it. But I understand. Are you an over person or an under person?
Under.
Yeah. Oh, under.
Under? No, that's wrong.
Yeah. No. It's over. Over. Oh, you must.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you for trying. We've got passes all week long.
Awesome.
Oh.
Hi, HOM. What's the biggest pet peeve about what others do in the bathroom?
Forgetting to change the toilet paper.
Yes, it's forgetting to. Oh, I feel so bad for the woman who just called about putting
So
it on
close.
wrong. So close. Yes, not replacing the empty toilet paper roll is the number one pet peeve we have about others in the bathroom.
Hello, everybody that lives with me. Oh, we lost her.
Oh no! Go to the next line. See if that's her.
Hi, HOM.
Is that? Are you the nice lady that just called?
No, I'm not.
No,
Okay.
we lost
No,
her.
I'm a mean lady. I'm so sorry. We have a winner, and we need to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hey, nice lady. Lady, you won, and our phones kicked you off. It's not you. It's us. But please call back at 207-773-1450. You won those passes fair and square, so we're going to give them to you. Maybe.
Hopefully.
So, as soon as we get through all the other calls. Ay,
The A-Best Window ticket window is closed. Till next time. This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. And it's time for Don't Judge on the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM.
Don't Judge is all about the pet peeve of your partner. It's all being brought to you by A-Best Window, the only main window that manufactures and installs their own main-made windows. So what is it? What is it that your partner does that just drives you nuts? I mean, you love them, but, you know. So Katrina says, clothes thrown everywhere but the hamper. We have a coat closet and put several coat hooks up there, and the dining room chairs remain his coat hook of choice. Piling clothes on until the chair tips over from the weight of them. Worst thing is, sometimes when I collect all the dirty clothes from the floor and put them in the wash, he'll respond with, "You didn't put that obviously dirty clothing item in the wash, did you? You did." I didn't put it in the hamper for a reason. Really? She says, really? I will say I love the guy and he puts up with all my faults, but does he share the dishes and vacuuming? I'm sure he'll do all the laundry too if I'd let him, but I put that on hold after a load of whites turned pink. All right, laundry is a biggie. What's the partner's pet peeve of yours that drives you nuts? 207-773-1450.
Don't judge. What's the pet peeve with your partner that just drives you crazy?
When they take folded washcloths and hand towels and just shove them on the shelf. So when you go to grab one, they all fall down and it's awful.
That's fantastic.
Because, you know,
I've been that guy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know he is that guy because they don't get it. They don't get that, you know, if you put them in folded and they come out nice and they go in nice and everything is nice. But guys are like, why bother? It's a towel. Just shove them in there.
Yep.
They are. And this one's a girl, though, and she shoves them in anyway.
All right. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
She'll grow up.
Let's have a drink after work. Okay. We're gonna need to talk.
Thank you. Don't judge. What's your pet peeve about your partner?
When I clean the bathroom toilet and then he goes behind me and takes a shit bomb.
That one right there.
Okay. You cannot say that word on the radio.
But it didn't make it.
We're on a delay for a reason. I'm hoping it worked. Okay, so when he takes a poop after.
Yeah.
Well, he's got. Okay, I mean I get it, but he's got poop, and I know you clean the bathroom, but you know. But thank you very much for sharing.
Listen, you want to use it when it's nice and clean. It's the best time.
It's like getting into a bed you just made with clean sheets. And you're disgusting and you haven't showered. Thank you. And remember, can't say the S word on the radio. All right, 207 877-773-1450. You guys are doing a great job with the new number until our 800 number gets fixed.
Just our phone's not doing all that great.
Our phone is still funkadoodle, but 207-773-1450. Don't Judge this morning is all about what is that pet peeve of your partner that drives you nuts?
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. 5 calls says it all on the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff.
5 calls says it all based on a conversation Jeff and I had off air. We played during the 80s at 8 one morning. A song, and I said, I love that song. It's one of my favorites. I have the CD in my CD player in my car.
My first question was, you still use the CD player in your car?
I said, I do. Every once in a while, yeah, of course. How else are you going to play CDs? So,
well, if you've got CDs, yes.
Jeffrey wanted to know, for 5 calls, says it all. Do you still use that CD player in your car? Yes or no?
I think a lot of cars these days don't even have them.
Of course, they don't even have them. God forbid. My car is 8 years old. It still has a CD player, and I still use it.
I've got one in mine, but I've never used it.
Oh, well, aren't you special?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you are. 207-773-1450. Let's repeat that number again because our 800 number is down. 207-773-1450.
5 calls. Do you still use the CD player in your car?
No, I don't even think I have one.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Back it down, lady.
Hey, I don't. I got a new car.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. Thank you very much for participating in 5 calls. Says it all.
Coming down a little harsh there.
Yeah, I was. Sorry.
5 calls. Do you still use the CD player in your car?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
What's the CD you put in there? What's your recent one you've been listening to?
Imagine Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. And Dave, you ever listened to that song Thunder and thought when the women are singing, thunder, thunder, it sounds like Fun Dip?
Yes.
Yeah, you'll never hear thunder again. Once you hear Fun Dip, it's just Fun Dip the whole time. Fun Dip, Fun Dip, Fun Dip. All right.
Thank you. 5 calls. Do you still use the CD player in your car?
Only after you guys are done every morning at 10 because I can't miss my Lori and Jeff.
Oh, but you do. Okay. First of all, Stephen, yay. Second of all, yay. Thank you very much, Stephen, for calling. Oh, Jeffrey. Oh, Jeffrey, get a drum roll, please. There we go.
5 calls. Do you still use the CD player in your car?
I don't have one anymore, but what I did, I used it all the time for traveling.
I don't know.
But that means you don't because you don't have one, so that counts as no.
No, it doesn't.
No, just by saying you would if you had one, no.
Yeah, okay, but it's a push.
What do you mean
it's a push? It doesn't count for either side.
Okay,
but I appreciate you trying.
All right. All right.
We may be here all day if that happens. 5 calls. Do you still use the CD player in your car?
There's no CD player in my car, and I don't think I could carry that kind of trauma around in my car, that big case with can't. Like, you remember the big cases? Like, that were unnecessary zips?
Yes.
I had so many. I don't have time for that. And kids. Like, I have to choose.
You have
to know.
You know what? I think your kids would be really happy that you chose them over your CD player.
How thoughtful am I?
You are best mom ever.
Is Nikki a push too, then?
Yeah, Nikki's a push too.
We'll be here all day.
Yeah, that's right.
I know. Here we go. You're welcome.
Nikki.
I think the last time I used that is when I used to put you guys on track and record you back in 95.9. So we're just going to leave it at that.
Okay. All right. First of all, we never worked at 95.9.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. And
you recorded Jeff?
That was a long
I know.
Yeah.
That might be the pinch of animosity that we're talking about.
Jeez. We're talking 1994.
Oh, my God,
okay,
Nikki.
Jeff, I was 4 years old. Leave me alone.
Thank you.
Bye, caffeinated.
Bye.
Oh, jeez. Hi, HOM. Do you use the CD player in your car?
It's a 6 player.
Oh, wait.
Say that one more time.
It's a 6 It's a 6 CD player.
Oh, so your car is from 1991.
No, shush. Don't change. But do you play CDs on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Woo! That's a yes. Thank you. Thank you, my 6 CD exchange player in your car that you listen to. Fantastic. You, I love. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Are you happy now?
I am.
If you didn't have so many pushes, this would have been over a long time ago.
It's okay. People just buy new cars. That's it.
This is the HOM Morning Show. On the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
So I went to bed last night, and then in the middle of the night, someone else was there. It was my girlfriend, Michele.
Oh, for God's sakes, Parsons. You make it sound like a burglar came in your bed.
No. She got back from her trip to Slovenia, and we talked with her earlier about her balloon ride.
Hot air balloon ride. Fantastic story. A little bit of a quote unquote semi-hard landing.
But I pretty much had the house to myself while she was gone. And in typical fashion, I didn't really do much about the house.
Or your life. You did nothing.
No, but I realized I just kept putting dishes, piling them up in the sink. Then all of a sudden I realized I'm out of silverware. Where did it all go?
Oh, my God.
It's all sitting in the sink.
I don't know how you live with yourself.
And this was like the day before she came back. I'm like, okay, I got to get this all back into shape. So loaded up the dishwasher.
Can I ask you a question?
Done. Yes, please go ahead.
Let's say she never came back. Let's say she loved. This is not a prediction or any judgment on your relationship. Go with me.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say she loves Slovenia so much she just decided to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Would you keep piling up dishes? Is there any point in your life where you would be like, I can't see my countertops anymore. Maybe I'll do dishes. Or would you just keep piling them?
I'd probably do exactly what I did until I'm out of silverware. Until I'm out of something that I don't have, and then I'll run the dishwasher. It all fits in there.
You wouldn't just go out and buy more?
No. No. Although I do have paper plates in a pinch.
Okay, keep going.
That's really all I got, is that I know that people frown upon this, and it's probably one of the pet peeves that we had earlier in our Don't Judge about what guys don't do.
It can't be a pet peeve because you don't do it while she's there.
No, I mean, not a pet, well, for the most part.
What do you mean for the you mean to tell me
sometimes I put stuff in the sink without putting in the dishwasher when it could perfectly go in the dishwasher.
Why?
Because I'm lazy.
But it doesn't take more than maybe 30 seconds to turn.
Yeah.
Open. You don't even rinse your dishes. I know that.
No, they don't need. The dishwashers are made to not have been rinsed your dishes.
So you have absolutely no excuse. You don't rinse your dishes.
Right.
And yet you pile them in the sink and not the dishwasher.
This is exactly how I knew you would react. And that's good.
This is how exactly any normal human being would react. Because if you rinsed them, I get it. Because that's a step. That's a whole process. No. But you don't rinse your dishes.
I had a pan that I made stuffed shells in, and it was...
You just stuck it right in the dishwasher.
Yep.
Without rinsing it after it sat for a week.
Came out clean as a whistle.
Please give me the name and make and model number of your dishwasher. For mine would not do that.
It's a Frigidaire, that's all I know.
It's a Frigidaire, that's all I know.
Yep.
It's probably a refrigerator.
I know how it works, and that's, I just don't choose to use it.
Wow. Well, thank God order is back in your life now.
Welcome home, Michele.
Yeah, thank God. Thank you for coming home.
Can you empty the dishwasher?
No, my God.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. And now it's time for your daily distraction.
Being brought to you by the Bill Dodge Auto Group, home of the money-saving Bill Dodge Rewards program. When you buy from Bill Dodge, they reward you with perks, points, and benefits, giving discounts and money back to our customers. That's the Bill Dodge difference. Online at BillDodgeAutoGroup.com. Oh, man. So there was the second game in a series between the Dodgers and Diamondbacks in Phoenix. And all of a sudden, the swarm of bees started gathering on the backstop netting, and it was insane and led to a bee delay.
We remain in a bee delay. The beekeeper made his way a grand entrance onto the field here at Chase Field. He was greeted by a standing ovation by the fans here.
I thought I was here to just take care of a bee problem. People are pretty hyped up. It's pretty cool.
He got standing ovation. He got to throw out the first pitch. How sweet is he's like, okay, can I take the mask off? All right. Man, we are just dying for something good to hang on to. So our favorite new superhero is a guy in New York who went viral over the weekend after he promised to eat an entire tub of cheese balls in the middle of Union Square. And hundreds of people showed up to watch.
Today I will be eating this entire jar of cheese balls.
Eat those balls. Eat those balls. Eat those balls.
I just imagine other nations in this world just look at us and go, what the hell is wrong with you?
It reminds me of the guy that ate all the chickens behind the wall and finished eating 40 chickens in 40 days behind the Walmart. And people showed up. Today, May 1st, is also known as the Great American Grump Out. That's right. It's
gonna be May.
It's meant to remind us to lessen our stress levels, smile, and not be grumpy, Jeff.
It's gonna be May.
I hope this landed somewhere in that head of yours.
That's all right.
All right. So you know how kids always think that there's monsters under the beds or in the closet or something? Well, a 3-year-old girl in North Carolina told her mom she heard monsters in her bedroom wall. And she did. But it was not really a monster. 60,000 bees.
Oh, it's bee themed.
It's bee themed today. She heard bzzz, and she's like, Mommy, there's no honey. Well, you just go to bed.
It's not a monster, but it is a nightmare. A waking one.
Oh, God almighty. By 2029, which is not that far away, 5 years, all new vehicles in the United States will be mandated to have an automatic emergency braking system.
Yeah, I like that.
The
more that car can drive itself, the better.
Oh, no, I don't know, man.
I love Michelle's. It'll keep it in the lanes for you. It's fantastic.
Oh, thanks for being a distracted driver where you need to have your car, keep your car in the lane.
It's a safety feature.
It's a safety feature. It's a safety feature because you can't drive a car.
No, I can drive a car just fine, thank you very much, because I obey the speed limit.
Oh, that's what makes you being able to drive a car.
Very good, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You should see the backup I have on 302.
How many? By the way, any backup on 302, you just call this show and I'll put you right in touch with Jeff. There's a creepy detail in Shrek that you might not have ever noticed. Lord Farquaad, I hate saying that name.
Yeah.
He killed Mama Bear and turned her into a rug, which you can see later in the movie. Did you know that?
I'm sure they didn't really make much of a deal about that.
Well, they must have if they're pointing it out now. Melissa McCarthy posted in your last distraction, posted a picture where she looks like she lost quite a lot of weight. And Barbara Streisand asked if she took Ozempic, and the internet exploded on Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
Barbara. So Barbara apologized. She's like 108 years old, and she's like, what? I'm sorry.
But did you?
Melissa was not offended at all.
She doesn't seem like the kind of person that would be.
That easily offends. And Barbara's
She'd make a joke out of it.
Barbara seems like the kind of person who goes around and offends on accident.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
Tonight.
You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
Just, be prepared. Mother's Day is coming up. And, whether it's... Here's the thing. Mother's Day is a tricky kind of holiday. Father's Day, too. I mean, obviously, you celebrate your own mother. But then if you're married, you got to celebrate your wife who's a mother to the children. Mm-hmm. So don't forget. So now, here's some ideas for you. A lot of moms will go out for Mother's Day, but without you. 31% of moms want to go out with friends. They don't love you, stay home. Mm-hmm. 21% want a date night without their kids. Okay. So love you, leave them at home.
Mm-hmm.
And 10% might just go and eat a bag of nuggets in a car by themselves. 10% want to dine out solo. Nobody around them. Just leave me alone. Just me and my feed bag.
Well, now I've got a plan for Father's Day.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
I was just in Lewiston, obviously with you, on Monday to test some equipment for our broadcast Friday at Just in Time Rec reopening. Thank God. We're so excited for these guys.
They open at 10 in case you're planning on coming.
Yes, we're going to be there at 5 a.m. in the morning, but they don't open to the for the public until 10 o'clock. And it's a big it's a big day planned of, grand opening stuff. But one of the things I had read recently, and I was on the lookout because we were in Lewiston, is that the Lewiston-Auburn area, the potholes are so bad this year. And everybody's like, what? I mean, in some of the comments about said potholes are hysterical. I mean, I know they're not, I know they're awful. This is one of them. The lack of at least filling in potholes legitimately has left me with broken front suspension. A few weeks ago on my way to work during a rainstorm, I hit the puddle near the KFC leading towards Route 4. The impact was significant enough that my dashboard alerted me to collision assist. Turns out my front axle snapped right in half. Not only did I hit this pothole, but there was so much loose gravel on the road, I thought for sure my windshield was going to crack. And then this one, Merrow Road in Auburn is the worst 2 miles of pavement in the Western Hemisphere.
So I recently did some research on this too, because it seems like the roads are bad. They're not probably worse in Lewiston, but in Portland they're pretty bad. I was looking to see
they're bad.
There's a law in Maine where I guess if you hit a pothole
and you break your front axle
and you report it, and they haven't fixed it within like 24 hours, you still have a broken axle, but if anybody else hits it, they'll take care of it.
So they won't take care of it.
Until somebody gets in, I guess the law is, for the most part, in towns anyway, if you hit the pothole and you have damage, you report it, and then anybody else who hits it from there on, they pay it. Unless if it's not fixed in 24 hours.
So you
have to be the first.
You have to be the first. You have to pay for it, and you have to report it.
Yep, exactly.
And you have to suck it
and
up.
And apparently the state, they'll do whatever they want. They won't pay you for anything, apparently.
Yeah.
From what I read. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, it's the weather, too, all the rain we've had, and whatever. Anyway,
well, let's keep this page going. I love all these comments.
So just like, I think everybody just needs a hovercraft, and we'll be good.
This is the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM. You're listening to the HOM Morning Show with Lori and Jeff. 94.9 HOM.
It's gonna be May.
What did we learn today on this first day of May?
May Day, May Day, May Day. Well, we learned you're a pig when left to your own devices.
I think everybody knew that anyway.
That's true, that you just pile up stuff and like, oh, I don't have a fork anymore. I'm surprised you didn't use your hands to eat, but okay. Good on you. Thank God Michelle's back. We also learned that if people had CDs in their cars, they'd listen to them. And those that have them in their car, I listen to them. Might as well. Yeah. One called up with a fancy 6 CD changer. Yeah. Remember those?
That's back in the early 90s.
That's right. That was fancy back then.
There was one you actually had to have in your trunk that ran a cord all the way to the dash.
You mean to tell me when you wanted to switch CDs, you had to open your trunk?
Well, no, you didn't have to open the trunk, but it stored them there. So you had to plug it in there, and then you could change CDs from there.
You could change.
Because there wasn't enough room in the dash for 6 CDs.
Oh, my God, that's fantastic. That's... technology.
How far it's come.
We learned today that pet peeves are plentiful for your partner. And tomorrow we're going to focus on bucket list items. So what's that one thing you want to do before you die?
This is the HOM Morning Show. On the best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today. 94.9 HOM.